Okay guys, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hero's Path is up and going with the Cat's Gaze as being the thing we all want to go for, right? Before you start summoning, before you start doing your champion training, you want to see, okay, what's the cost, really? I didn't go ahead and do the exact calculation because there's really no need. You need about 100,000 points, a little bit over 100,000 points to pick up the Cat's Gaze. You need 2 keys. To get the keys, you need to go down this route and then down this route, and then you need to go and unlock these parts to pick up the Cat's Gaze. And the funny thing is, along the way, guys, you might be able to pick another Cat's Gaze through these. You'll pick up these, you go and summon the Relic, forge the Relic, and then you might even get a Cat's Gaze. It's the chances are like 50-50, and then if it's a legendary, it's gonna be Cat's Gaze because these are the event Relic materials, okay? Is this our final last chance to get the Cat's Gaze? No, guys. I believe not. The event will be officially over in 3 days, 18 hours. But when the next event dungeon comes up, we will have again the chance to farm for pinpoint gear as well as event dungeon relic material. So you can have that as your the peace of mind that you will be able to get in the future. This is our understanding so far. I don't think Plarium will go against that, but who knows with Plarium, honestly. Cat's Gaze. How many do you need per account? If you've been farming the game so far, you are lucky enough to at least have one minimum, because that was part of the Hero's Path we had some time ago alongside the soul for one of the champions from the event we had for Alice in Wonderland, okay? So there's that. You have at least one Cat's Gaze in the account. You can move it around. That, of course, costs material, which you get from the Chimera. But if you're somebody who's looking to get more and more Cat's Gaze, this is going to be 100,000 points to get it. How do you get 100,000 points? That is through summons and champion training. Summons, 22 sacreds worth of summons just to get the Cat's Gaze, and even more if you want to pick up the souls for Queen of Hearts and for Knave, which makes no sense to go for Knave. So honestly, it's just insane. Are you going to go also for the legendary books? I highly doubt it. The legendary book, though, I believe the total cost is, I think, 20,000 per book. So I'm actually a little bit over 25,000 per book, somewhere there. I don't think it's that important if you compare it to how effective that 25,000 is going to be to pick up the Cat's Gaze. Okay. Cat's Gaze will give you an advantage on the account because it's honestly a pretty strong relic. If you see on my account, guys, it's kind of game-changing to have the ability to ignore at least 10% of the target's defense. And then when you upgrade it to basically the minimum, which all players should be, to level 3, you should have 14% ignore, which is quite amazing if you think about it. Very difficult for you to not get into these conditions, so when attacking enemies with higher max health. So you have that in mind. You're ignoring defense, especially on bosses. That is huge, especially on bosses where you're lacking ignore defense, both through gear or live arena upgrades. This helps a ton. I think the minimum an account should have at least 2 Cat's Gazes, but it's very difficult to get them. 100,000 points, guys, it's going to be 22 sacreds or a ton of farming. If you just do strictly champion training, 100,000 points is in the territory of 20 to 25,000 energy. So that's about 6,000 to 7,000 energy. Okay, 6,000 to 7,000 gems. Sorry, and you get about 1,000 energy per day for free. So yeah, you'll save about 3,000 energy. So there's that. Every one sacred you summon, that's about 5% of the way to get this, because you get 4,500 points. That's what you save basically for every one sacred you summon. There's progressive chances going on right now for some cool champions. Of course, they want to dangle the carrot in front of us. If you want to go for the champ training or for the summons, you go for the summons for one of these champions and it works out. Are any of these game changers? I wouldn't say they're game changers for an account where absolutely you should go for them. But the sacreds we need to be saving for future fusions are... You guys know the deal with how many points we need. So void shards, primals you save, all of those count as points. And unfortunately, when these events comes up, you're in with a decision. All right, am I going to be summoning or not? So again, champion training, like I have 3.2 thousand energy saved up. So I need about 17, let's say 20,000 energy just as myself. So I'll basically have my gems just so I can do champion training, which is extremely boring. And I'm totally fed up with champion training at this point. But Cat's Gaze is the prize. It is an amazing relic, but the price for it is basically what we had in the past for a guaranteed champion. Should you go for it, that's totally up to you guys. But again, think of the costs: 20 to 25,000 energy, or 22 sacreds, or even more void shards, even more ancient shards, which I doubt anybody will be doing ancient shards. Void shards might be doable for somebody who has like 100. That's 75,000 points, easy points. Those are the whales. The whales will be going for this because they want all the damage dealers to have it. They don't want to be switching things around. But honestly, the cost is there to farm it, and then to move this around. If you believe if I equip it, it's gonna say 320. So it's not that it's an insane cost, because I've got like 14,000 here sitting, and I accumulate this every single week. Okay, I accumulate these every single week, and it's not like I'm upgrading every single piece that I have. I'm not at that point yet. I don't think anybody is at that point yet, because it's basically a waste to upgrade all of these. You do need to upgrade them if you want to get your Cat's Gaze, let's say, to the next level and the next level and the next level. You need tons of these as strictly fodder. So like we have champions we use as food, you'll be using these as food to upgrade your most wanted relic. And we'll be getting more relics in the future, guys. We'll be getting more relics as part of future events, and the Cat's Gaze is not going to be the one to get. So you'll have to think, okay, is this cost worth going for? That's totally up to you guys. Like I have 50 of these. I could do possibly these. And then I have what's the chance now? 33% chance. So 1 in 3 chance for me to craft one of the event ones. If I do this, if I mix things around, which is obviously not a good idea. You want to be doing only the event ones, so you'll have like a 50-50 chance, and then it's going to be the chance to pick on the legendary. And of course, also, if you get the relics, guys, you also need the gemstones to make those stronger. So it's not just the relic. The gemstones also play a big role. The circle and the triangles, if you've got good ones, they really fit well with the Cat's Gaze, so it makes it even more powerful. But if you're somebody, again, as I said, that's been playing for a while, you participate in the hero's path. For Mad Hatter, you do have one Cat's Gaze already. You can move that around. If you need 2 of them, it definitely will help out, but the cost is insane. I'm still on the fence about this. I'm not sure if it's worth my time to do all of this and the effort. I don't know. Maybe if I didn't go for Esme, maybe I would have the resources for this one. I guess this one versus Esme, obviously the relic is more powerful. But again, it's all up to you guys. It's not like you get insanely good rewards throughout. Basically, the biggest thing that you get is the 100 things, the 100 event relic materials here for crafting, because that can give you maybe a 3rd Cat's Gaze, or you can just cut your losses if you do get these and call it a day and get a Cat's Gaze and say, okay, I'm not going to go for the remaining 100,000, because yeah, that's quite nuts. This is more expensive than these. The perfect souls, obviously, because it definitely changes any champion you want, while these only change this specific champion that you might have. I do have Knave, but he's not worth the 5-star soul. That should have been at a 10,000 cost or something, because it's just not it. That was it, guys, for today. I'm still thinking about, I've got like 18 voids. That's only going to give me 15,000 points, actually less. So that's 13,500 points. And then I'll still need to farm 90,000 points. Out of these 3 champions, I would say the Queen is pretty nice. And this guy is also pretty nice as a progressive event rewards. But that's basically it. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe, guys. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.